How is everybody doing today? And in this video, we're going to do what we always do when it comes to a banner coming very close, and especially with the Evelyn early access coming out, and also my own video that's going to be coming out very soon. Should be hopefully tomorrow. hopefully the day after. We will get my thoughts on Evelyn and my first-hand impressions on her as well. But since the Evelyn early access is out, we are going to talk about not only the banners that are currently out right now, which of course is Astra and Ellen. We're also going to talk about Evelyn herself alongside with Qingyi also rerunning with her, and we also have to make note of some future characters as well that will be coming out. So there's a lot to talk about when it comes to all the characters and every single thing that's in this game that, well, of course we got to make note of. So to first talk about the characters we do have at the moment, we have Ellen and also looking at Astra. Now Ellen specifically, this is a little bit more of a skip-ish type of deal because yes, Ellen is our first DPS from 1.0, but as we may know, Miyabi has her own little thing. We also have a bunch of anomaly units coming out, and we have a plethora of brand new attackers, so it kind of doesn't make sense to backtrack on Ellen, my honest opinion. Unless you really like the character, then boom, go ahead, get Ellen if you want. But realistically, the main purpose of talking about the current banners is specifically for Astra. Astra right now, many people should know this, to be honest, by the case of how she works. Astra realistically is one of the strongest supports in the game without a doubt, and she opens a crazy amount of playstyles when it comes to working with certain units that love quick assist, learning to use characters that have chain attacks that they would love to have forced onto them, and of course all the different bonuses that she gives when it comes to damage, when it comes to crit damage, and then also when it comes to being able to boost up your, what is it called, your health as well as a healer, which helps her out quite a bit. Astra Yao is just a very overall strong character with all that she's able to provide, giving, you know, the attack boost, the damage boost, the crit boost, all that different type of stuff, which is overall a really strong thing to have on this character. I do think Astra will allow for future characters down the line to be able to function even better than they would if you didn't have Astra. This is our one-of-a-kind support that is currently in the game. I don't know when we'll be getting another S rank of this caliber, because as you may know, Hoyoverse loves to make their support super strong and make them very valuable to the point where whenever they get a rerun, they're kind of a must to get if you don't have them already. If you have the funds to pull Astra, I would definitely say that you should probably look forward to pulling her if you haven't already, just because of how strong she is. Now, you don't need her 100%. You could go on with the game and not pull her, but she just provides so much when it comes to the healing, when it comes to the damage dealt boost, when it comes to the attack boost, when it comes to all that different type of stuff that she provides. And especially with a bunch of these characters loving the fact that they can be forced to do quick assist, or they can be forced to do their own chain attack, there's a bunch of different things to talk about when it comes to future characters with Astra. So I would highly recommend, especially if you like Evelyn, I'm not gonna lie, if you are excited for Evelyn, Astra is definitely going to be a huge pickup for her, just because of the way she works with her tie that she puts around the enemy. Being able to tie it with this Astra Yao, being able to quick assist every time inside with Ellen, this allows you to keep her uptime on her string without you having to do much else to be able to switch in and out between characters. Just a lot of really good stuff that happens when you have Astra Yao, and we don't know when we're going to get another character like her, so I do recommend start looking at Astra Yao just a little bit more before Evelyn gets here, because Astra Yao is definitely going to be one of those tier 0 characters for a very long time. But let's go ahead and start talking about Evelyn herself. Now, Evelyn herself, she is a character that will be part of course, our attackers. Right now in the game, realistically, we only have three S rank attackers, and we will be receiving more in the future as well, which we will be talking about in a quick moment. With my first-hand experience with Evelyn specifically, Evelyn is really fun. Not only that, she is super strong when it comes to all that she's able to do. She has all field damage. She has really good primary damage when she's on the field as well. Her combos are very smooth and very quick when it comes to being the DPS for the team. And not only that, with her playstyle, she's a lot more active than any of these other characters. I think she's more active than Evelyn. I think she's more active than Ellen. I think she's more active than Zhu Yin, and I also think she's more active than Soldier 11 as well, with her being able to quick swap in and out non-stop doing damage with her. She's basically on the field 100% of the time, even with you using other characters. She's able to quick assist out, do damage. You can go back into her and then start doing damage with her gauge and being able to manage her resources when it comes to the chain attack points that she has, and then being able to lower it whenever you use your ultimate, and then having an enhanced ult whenever you use your ultimate the second time. There's just a lot of really cool stuff that goes along with Evelyn that make her really strong, and I think she's gonna stay that way, especially with how great her AoE centric kit is, that she's able to not only do single target damage and a lot of it, but she's also able to group enemies and also have enemies basically dealt with all at once. There's a lot of really good situations where in basically a lot of the Shiyu floors, a lot of your time is soaked up with a bunch of these enemies being spread out. Well, Evelyn, with the right positioning, she can just put them all together and then you blow them all up and boom, they're all dead and you're able to go into the next wave. There's just a lot of really good stuff that Evelyn has going for her, and she's able to do just so much damage, and especially if you couple that with Astra Yao. Ooh, man, it's such a good character. But other than that, I do recommend one thing, because again, there is the drip marketing that we did have with Anby and also Trigger. Anby will also be an attacker, and with Anby coming very soon, thankfully we have the power of information, because since Evelyn's on the second half, we will be receiving not only the next drip marketing that we will be getting when it comes to the next few characters that will be coming out, but we also will be looking at what Anby and also what Trigger do, and this can help you with your decision in terms of figuring out if you want Evelyn or if you want Anby. Because I do think with Anby being the mascot of the game, with her being literally the home icon of Zenless Zone 0, and her also being the first character to upgrade into an S rank, there's a lot to make note of when it comes to what you're going to be seeing from Anby and what you might be seeing from Evelyn. So although Evelyn has so much power to her and is definitely a really great attack unit, without a doubt, I would highly recommend, if you are looking for an attacker, Evelyn probably might be it. I'm not going to lie to you. But other than that, you also have the chance that Anby is also really amazing. So I would recommend for most people to just wait. Even if you want Evelyn to a slight degree, you should probably look forward to seeing if Anby's any better, or if Anby can blow her out the water. If not, if you really like Evelyn, or you just have a pretty high chance of wanting her, go ahead and get her. She's super strong without a doubt. And then the other character that we'll be rerunning alongside Evelyn will be our favorite stunner of them all. That is going to be Qingyi. Qingyi is still our universal stunner, because remember, Lycan is more centered on ice teams, and then Lighter is more centered towards fire and ice. With Qingyi being the pretty much universal option for stun, and her being able to work with basically any attack character in the game, which makes her a little more universal than not. Literally looking at Qingyi's kit by herself, she gives a stun damage multiplier to whoever she stuns with her hold basic attack, and this could give you so much more damage than not, and this is why she's probably one of the best stunners. And not only that, with how good she is in terms of giving daze to the enemy, with not only her hold basic attack, her skill, and also her stance attacks, there's just so much going on that helps Qingyi be an amazing stunner for pretty much any team. That's the good thing about Qingyi, especially if you're looking towards grabbing Qingyi, is that she is just the overall really great stunner universally. You don't have to worry about the element. Realistically, she does work better with the PubSec faction when it comes to having Zhu Yin on the team, but realistically, any team that has an attacker that's not anomaly based, she can work pretty well. Even if that team is anomaly based, she still works very well, just because that stun damage multiplier isn't restricted to one element and one element only, and isn't restricted to realistically one role only as well. As long as she has same faction or same what's it called, attacker, then you are pretty much good to go with Qingyi. So if you are looking for a universal stunner, she may be a good pull for you. But again, this doesn't include the next stunner that we are going to be seeing, which is Trigger, because they are literally the same element and also the same role as Qingyi. There's going to be a lightning stunner. So realistically, again, if you are looking to pull Qingyi, I would highly suggest wait a little bit longer until we get drip marketing, because we will be getting that, and we'll be able to see what the next S ranks are, and then look as well at the stream, because then we'll be able to see who's better, Trigger or Qingyi. Now, we don't get all the information for these stunners that are currently going to be in the game, or basically any of the characters that will be coming into the game alongside the stream, because that's just limited information. But if we can see that Trigger somehow overshadows Qingyi immediately, then we might be seeing something crazy when it comes to what Trigger is able to do versus Qingyi, or if Qingyi still blows Trigger out the water with how much value Qingyi gives, then maybe you're still good to pull Qingyi. Qingyi is just overall a really good character without a doubt, just because of what she's able to do universally as giving a stun damage multiplier and being able to stun enemies very quickly. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this video when it comes to talking about not only the rerun of Qingyi, but also the inclusion of Evelyn and also the current banners, which are Astra Yao, and then talking about Anby and also Soldier 11. So other than that, that's pretty much going to be it for this video. I will have my Evelyn video coming out very soon with my first-hand impressions, and also talking about how good she is, what she needs to do, what you need to do with Evelyn, all that different type of stuff. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Make sure to like, comment, sub, all that different type of stuff. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you on the next one, and peace.